Manhwa starts with a bunch of magical dragons flying over a desolate land with no flora and fauna. In the middle of the land lies a huge and terrifying castle. The path to the castle is covered in magma. A huge hole is busted in the wall. The hole was busted by the hero Vermouth and his 4 companions. They were in mission of subjugating the Demon King. The heroes has already defeated the 3 out of 5 Demon King, and only 2 Demon King are left. Hero and his companion are running through the corridor of the castle. A huge wave of demon arrived to stop them, which was full of dragons and huge number of goblins. Hero prepares to unleash an attack, and the attack sends shockwave through the hallway. And the attack hit the whole horde, and it destroyed all the demons. It was unleashed by the great Vermouth. Right after, another huge wave comes, and it was showtime for the hero's companion. A cute girl with witch hat and pink hair.
These numbers are nothing for my magic!
The attacker was Sienna the Wise. Standing beside her was another hero's companion.
I will bless everyone.
A monster attacked the priestess, but the priestess destroyed that monster by a mace. The name of the beauty was Anissa the Faithful. The monster went flying or tumbling. We also see another companion of the hero with the huge double-handed axe. That companion swings the axe and deletes the monster in one go. The man was Molgon the Brave. Another companion rushes just beside the Molgon.
Vermouth, you bastard! Don't go ahead of me!
The companion rushes towards the hero.
Move aside!
The companion unleashes a big sword attack and deletes the horde. This man was Hamel the Stupid. Hamel was always jealous of Vermouth. Hamel considers Vermouth as the rival, but no one else acknowledges that dynamic.
I think that's mostly it for the small fry. Vermouth!
Hamel cries out at Vermouth because an attack was approaching towards Vermouth. It was late, so Hamel threw himself in the middle of it and got hit by the devastating attack of Demon. The attack from Demon pierced the chest of the Hamel as the Demon King take back the attack and chuckles and attack towards Hero again. Vermouth skillfully dodges the attack and then counterattack with a sword slash. Demon King got hit and then died.
Hamel!
Hamel lies lifeless in the floor. Everyone surrounds it. There was no need for you to die like this.
This is a pretty honorable death. Vermouth, please. Defeat the Demon Kings.
I swear on my name as a hero, I will defeat all the Demon Kings.
Annis, please pray for me. Molan, you are a braver warrior than anyone. And Sienna, I actually loved you.
No, I didn't! I never said anything like that!
No matter how many times I read this, it pisses me off. Who was the mother lover that wrote this storybook? If the author wasn't anonymous, I would go beat them up right now.
And why the hell is everyone great, wise, faithful, and brave, while I am stupid? Why? Ah! Stupid Hamel! It must be written by the person I beat the crap out 300 years ago! Oh, my comrade? Why didn't they do anything about the book? Why didn't they thought of protecting their companion honor?
Well, I can't blame them. How will they know I will reincarnate again?
I, Hamel, who died 300 years ago during demon subjugation, and
The main character wonders and stares at the painting at wall.
I have been reincarnated as the descendant of the hero Vermouth, as a boy named Eugene Lionheart, a 13-year-old.
Mick tells that Vermouth have many wives, not only wives, many concubines too. Mickey also remembers that Vermouth didn't have any girls in his mind, but everything changes with time. In the Lionheart lineage tree, The children of the first wife are called direct lineage, and from other wives are like side characters. MC is also a Lionheart, but MC is also a descendant of side wife not from direct lineage. That's why MC have to train with stick sword. Because side lineage are prohibited to train with mana. At the training, MC grips the sword real hard and attacks the training dummy. Real hard. The attack was real hard that sends the dummy like tornado. That attack was like literal bullying. The training dummy, MC's father, who was standing behind him, was literally terrified of his power, because that's not the power of a 13-years-old one. MC was like Arnold at 13. MC's father thinks that he would lose if he fights. And Eugene is genuinely scary because his tone doesn't match the tone of a child. Even though MC has lost his mom at a very young age, he never cried like a normal child. MC all of a sudden starts cursing the blacksmith. Ike, it was the blacksmith's fault that the dummy gets destroyed so fast.
Really, nigga?
Mick complains that the blacksmith needs the scolding real hard, but his father is really kind. Meek's father hesitates and tells that he will warn him. Meek's father told him that the blood continuation ceremony is tomorrow, and Eugene starts thinking about the ceremony that it's a rubbish ceremony that happens once every 10 years in Lionheart family. In the continuation ceremony, all the kids of the bloodline hang out together in the main house and starts fighting each other to check out that if they are good enough to call themselves Lionheart. If they good, they can call themselves. If bad, get theirs whooped. The Eugene complains that the childs of the direct lineage can use real sword and train their mana. Eugene's father doubt that if Eugene is his son or not, because the power or talent that Eugene bears is not that a side lineage childs can bear. If Eugene was born in direct lineage, he shouldn't have to face that discrimination that he is facing. Now his dad was talentless. That's why he regrets that he couldn't provide him that. Engine, seeing his father's expression, asks him about his expression, and his father just wipes it away. MC thinks that his father hates himself for being talentless. Out of sudden, his father grabs his shoulder. It was like proud father, but his father with sad face and warned him to not to compete with the kids of the direct lineage, because no matter what you do, how much talented you are, you cannot be able to face the brats of the direct lineage. After hearing that, Mick laughs awkwardly and accepts that he will not fight. After father left, Mick laughs menacingly and tells that it's the skills showcase against the 10-year-old chumps. And Skay also tells that in this contest, it's going to be 3 children of the direct lineage and a 6th from collateral lineage will be participating in the ceremony. Out of the 3, 1 is from first wife and 2 twins are from second wife. After saying all that information, Mick locks in and starts training again. Not like the training, it was like bullying the training dummy. MC smirks and tells that he wants to grow up. The next day, he was sent from the home. I'm a common but good wagon. MC starts remembering that in his past life as Hamill, he used to think that he was a genius because he didn't had any problem learning new things, and his growth rate was also faster compared to other children's. However, while remembering the time with the Heroes party, he was a normie. Oh, he used to argue with Hero a lot because he was not good enough. He always used to train hard. But Hero always looks down upon other. But it was good way. Mick used to complain that he want genius. There are other genius too. Also being proficient with sword and magic. He would have called the god of war the master of all. But it was Vermouth who was called by that title. He was praised as the hero till the end, and other companion like Wise Son of the Wise. She was invited to the Magic Kingdom Aroth and was elected as the youngest Magic Tower's head wizard, and Anise was the sign of hope foe. The people called Anise the faithful and brave Mulan. A stupid created his own kingdom. Eugene geared that everyone lived very well and cursed the Vermouth. Eugene died at the castle of the Demon King of Incarceration. The promise that Vermouth made with the Demon King of Incarceration after his death. Because of that promise, the war against the Demon King ended and the world became peaceful. And that peace continued for 300 years. The butler come inside the carriage and ask if Eugene is quiet. Nervous, the butler was very cheerful. The butler tell that the Eugene could feel uncomfortable too. At the main house, Eugene smirks and thanks the butler for the advice after the talk. The MC enters the personal land owned by the Lionhearts. While the Eugene tries to get off, the butler tells him that he don't have to get ready because the mansion is quite far. The Eugene gets angry at his word and asks the butler, Why was he so proud it's not even his land, and asks that having this big land is kind of inconvenient. The butler joyfully replies that there are many gates stationed in many places. After that, Eugene asks, even after being many gates, why is he inside the carriage, and the butler replies that he wasn't allowed to use the gate. Yet, cause of the discrimination, the butler then loudly welcomes the young master Eugene in the main house of Lionheart. MC and his butler enter the Lionheart territory. MC thinks that there is nothing like a welcome ceremony, but the path to the mansion was dead silent. MC thinks of Vermouth and tells that the only people who are allowed to put Lionheart emblem in their clothes are the descendant of the direct lineage. MC asks the butler if there are not any of his relative there yet, and the butler with a smile replied that MC was the first one there, and that he will show him the way to the guest house. The house was beautiful and big. A maid addresses him and introduces herself as Nina, the cute maid. Ask him to ring the bell if he needs anything. Some of the relatives have arrived. The boy asks the name, and a girl replies Eugene. That's the same age as them, the boy mucks. Eugene saying that the MC must be familiar to the pitchfork than the wooden sword, and also adds the insult by telling him that he stinks cow dung, and he should be blamed for ruining the main family property. The girl joyfully accepts that her brother is right and wanted to punish MC immediately, and the boy raising a finger says that they weren't pushing him. They were just giving MC a friendly warning, and the girl cheekily tells her brother is too kind. A kid stared at them from the window of the house, but the girl felt his presence and stared back at them. The terrifying glare frightened the boy. The logo in his chest shows that he is a Lionheart. Because of the stare, the boy ran away from the window, seeing that the girl smiled joyfully. The scene shifts to the training ground. MC was training there with sandbag and the spear. The MC was training like Lee. Even though Ems was covered in sandbag, he was fast as lightning. His moves are like dance, so perfect syncing, and like a veteran after reincarnation. MC have been training while pushing his body to the extreme. MC was training great, no matter how hard MC trains. His body handles it right and fine. The wounds MC suffers during training heals back rapidly. The MC was pleased by the body of the descendant if the hero Vermouth. Because the performance of the body was beyond imagination, the MC after the talk kept his training going. The training was memorizing every step, absolute cinema. The maid was flabbergasted by the moves of the MC. She didn't believe that the MC was able to move that fast. With the sandbags, the arrogant sibling arrived there and asked what was he doing. The maid looked back and was scared. Seeing the siblings in a shaking tone, she called their name and asked them, "Why are they here?" The cocky boy and asked again what the MC was doing. MC halts his spear training and angrily replied, "Can't they see that he was swinging the spear?" and called the boy idiot. The girl complained to her brother that the country bumpkin. MC called him idiot. The boy became furious and commanded AMC to apologize. MC, with a cool mind, apologized. The boy was caught off guard by that. The boy yelled at MC that the apologizee was not sincere, and he needed to bow his head and more polite. Mick replied that they were friends and they don't need to bow their heads. The boy growled in anger and replied that he cannot be friends with someone like MC. And being Lionheart doesn't mean they are equal. The girl reminds the boy of the carriage. The boy fumbles after hearing that, and yelled the carriage MC rode is now smelly, with the smell of cow dung. MC just stared at the boy and asked,
Really, nigga?
MC asked Nina that she is his maid, and Nina agreed. The MC ordered Nina to go and clean the carriage that he rode. The maid. Nina was confused by the fight of masters. The boy with death stare commanded to clean the carriage, and MC himself had to clean the carriage and asked MC that if he was ignoring his order and yelled his name. Cyan Lionheart, MC with a cool head, replied with a smile that his name is Eugene Lionheart and asked to get along. The girl with a smile replied her name's CL Lionheart, but the boy growled that he doesn't want to get along with MC because he ignored his order. After that, the boy stared at the sword at his right side and grabbed the sword and challenges MC for the duel. Cyan cried out for a duel. MC just stared at Cyan and smirked. MC told Cyan that duel isn't some child play to cry out everywhere. Cyan, still cocky, asked if MC is scared, and MC just wanted him to stop annoying because of bragging of Cyan. MC locks in Cyan again. Ask if MC is scared to deal with him, and if he is, he should bow his head and apologize. MC replied that he isn't scared. MC just don't want to duel and apologize either. Cyan again asked if MC is going to keep running away and ask if his parents doesn't teach him about honor. Tired of that, MC throws the sandbag, and the sandbag was really heavy. Cyan asks about the sandbag, and MC simply replies to duel. MC with death stare asks Cyan to toss the handkerchief. MC starts taking out his heavy jacket, and the sandbags have created a huge crater in the ground. MC throws his jacket in the air, and when it lands, it creates a huge crater. Both siblings are terrified by that scene. Cyan was shocked because MC was training with those heavyweight all the time. Cyan has thought that those were the props wore, only to look cool. MC starts removing sandbag from spear. Cyan regrets but can't back out because he demanded the duel. And if Cyan back off, CL will tease him whole life. If Cyan want to recover his honor, he have to punish. MC yelling MC's name. Cyan threw the handkerchief requesting a duel. MC, who has finally thrown the sandbag off of the spear, looked at the thrown handkerchief and accepted the duel. But suddenly Seal got shocked because MC has already landed a clear hit on Cyan. The attack was devastating. Cyan growls in pain. MC just looks at the Cyan with cold eyes. Cyan was thrown away at least a meter. By the attack, MC just calmly tells that he has won. The duel, Ciel ran towards Cyan, asking if he is all right because of the hit. Cyan gets sick and starts vomiting. Ciel was disgusted by the sight. She turns towards the MC. Ciel cries that the duel was unfair and not honorable. MC cold, as Ice told that there is nothing unfair. Duel started the movement the handkerchief was thrown. It was the fault of Cyan for being careless. Ciel accepts that is true, but accuses that MC has trained with mana. MC refuses that the collateral line are not allowed to train with mana. Ciel doesn't believe that MC was moving the sphere with that weight without using mana, and his attack was so fast that even Cyan couldn't see it coming. With that power, Cyan could have never seen it coming. Because MC used. Mana MC just smiles and tells that eyes aren't just for decoration. Ciel complains that MC's talking habit are crude. MC replies that he have heard it since long ago. MC explains that the movement the attack hit Cyan instinctively jumped back to lessen the impact and tells that it was impressive without real-life experience. MC thinks that Cyan's growth has a chance, and although he was trash considering he is the descendant of Vermouth, Cyan, still in agony, says MC dared to hit him in such a cheap way. MC with a smile says that the sibling said the same thing and starts moving towards Cyan. MC asks that Cyan was the honorable direct line descendant. He has to agree if he loses. Cyan growled in anger and agony with a mouthful of shit.
Brother,
MC wonder if some shitty situation happened because he made the main family Cyan. Like that, a knight with fancy mustache comes calling. Cyan, master, he looks angry and troubled at the same time. MC looked at the knight hired by the main family and thought that the knight looks like he has some skills. Cyan cries, seeing the knight, and hugs him, saying that he lost to the MCA country bumpkin, and says that he demanded the duel and lost the duel. A duel, says the knight, and looks at the MC angrily. Scene shifts to the room where a woman with a beautiful dress was standing ahead of the sibling. The boy Cyan, who was in front of her, was terrified by her gaze. The women asked that Cyan challenge the boy from collateral line and lost the women. Was the second wife of the direct line, Anasilia the butler, terrifyingly agreed. Anasilia asked Cyan to come towards her. The boy gently walked towards her. The women thrusted the hand fan into the guts of Cyan. She told Cyan not only lost, but lost in one hit. Cyan claimed that the act was hurting him. Anasilia, with a death stare, told Cyan to stay still. The women looked at the butler and called his name and asked him if it is true that the collateral line brat hasn't trained to use mana. The butler agreed that the son of Sir Gerhard Eugene doesn't have any trace of Mama in his body. Anacilia asked Ciel how her brother lost the duel. Ciel explained that at the start, MC thrusted his spear, Cayenne was caught off guard and tried to retreat. But Eugene's spear was even faster. The women claimed that's how Cyan lost the duel. In one single strike, Cayenne was not even looking at the women. After some time, Cyan looked at Anacilia with the eye full of remorse, but Anacilia simply slapped Cayenne in the cheeks and tell him how dare he challenge someone to a duel and lose in front of the lowly beings, and not only that, to a boy who has never trained with mana too. Anacilia angrily told Cayenne that his father was returning for the blood continuation ritual. And what does he expect her to tell him? And ask again if he knows how much Theonis will jeer at him. Cyan, with the eyes full of tears, kept on apologizing. Anacilia called her butler and told him that she wanted to kill him at that movement with her own hands. However, he was the knight favored by her husband and told him to take Cayenne and train him so that never same her again. The butler agreed, and Anacilia told the butler to take him and leave Cayenne grabbing his chicks and crying. Left the room, Anacilia just looked at them. Going after that, she took out the hand fan and sigh. With a relief, Anacilia stared at the seal and called her Ciel. Looks at her back, she asked that the IF boy name is Eugene, and asked Ciel to stay close to him. Ciel asked why Anacilia claimed that MC is strong enough to beat her brother, and she want MC dead immediately, but she would be the main suspect. When the Lionheart family homicide occurs, the guardians of the familial code will come, and she need to avoid that at all cost, so it's good to stay close. Ciel accept and claim that she also want to learn more about him, and she will befriend him. Anacilia smirked the next day. The three heirs, if collateral line arrived, one was Deacon of 11 years old, one named Hanson 14, and one is Jewish 10, and another is Eugene, who was running with a sandbag in his legs and hand, looking like a Chad full, sweaty Nina, comes calling MC's name with a dress in her hand. She told MC that they have came. MC asked that she said the two children of collateral coming, and it looks like they are early. Nina agreed and told that the family head has also came there. MC absurdly says that the head of the Lionhearts. Nina told MC that he has to go greet him, and MC firstly need to change his clothes. MC claimed that because of that he will be the only one late. Eugene thinks that he would better go sweaty. Like that, scene shifts to the gate, and a beautiful sunset was happening. A disciplined line of knight and all the family member to welcome the family head. MC and other children are standing there with their maids. MC sees Anacilia, the second wife, standing next to Ciel, and Cyan. The person in front of her was Theonis, the legal wife, and the kid in her hands was the eldest son of direct family, and also the first in the line of succession, Iode Lionheart. We saw two people in horse and various carriage following them. The person head of the Lionheart, Gilad Lionheart. A man with calm eyes, long and white hair with a black horse, and the person following him was his younger brother, Gion, the first child. Yodi was really nervous and fumbling. Gilad claimed that Iode had grown pretty much and hopes that his skills have grown as well. Yodi tells that he was trying his hardest to meet his expectation. Gilad just stared at him. After that, he looked at his second wife with her two childs. He told them that he almost didn't recognize them. They have grown up so fast in Cayenne, and Ciel told them that they missed Gilade. After that, he looked at his another brother Guilford and told that he heard about his son's birth and was very sorry that he wasn't able to be there at such a time of celebration. Guilford, startled by his brother's word, told him not to be worried about such things. He looked at the children of collateral lineage and asked them to have a meal together, and they will discuss the bloodline continuation ritual.
We saw a beautiful dining room with a lot of people dining together at the center of it. We also saw family head with his childrens alongside him, and a blonde boy sitting at the corner of it. Ahead of them, childrens of collateral lineage are sitting together, and room was very silent. In the collateral lineage, a musclehead named Gargis and a dark-skinned beauty, Desaria. MC tells that the two children arrived there with the family head using the warp gates, and the children's collateral family are held in high regard amongst the collateral lineage. He also wonders who that blonde boy was, and thinks that the meal was meant to be for the family and the children participating. Ciel looks at the blonde boy too, and asks her father who was that blondie. Gilead looks at her and tells her that he was planning to introduce Blondie later. Blondie stands up and tells that's fine. MC, sipping his tea, looked at the Blondie. That blonde boy greets them and introduces himself as Liberian from the Red Tower. Hearing the name Liberian, all the children are shocked. Edward was also shocked by hearing that the Red Tower Liberian was there. MC, hearing that, also shocked and spit his tea. Because of that, MC clenches his chest for air. Seeing that, Liberian asks if MC was all right. MC, still in pain, growls he's all right.
MC thinks that Master of Red Tower means that Liberian is the disciple of Sienna, or to be exact, disciple of the disciple of Sienna. MC remembers 300 years ago, Sienna rose to be the Tower Master of the Green Tower, becoming the youngest Tower Master in the history Aeroth. She completely reconstructed the standard magic textbooks of Aeroth and continued to advise and teach students of the other towers, and even taught some Tower Master. And the Tower Masters of the Green and Red Towers still hold Sienna the Wise to be the Grand Master. MC thinks that meeting someone related to his old comrade there was not imagined by MC. Family head Gilead asked if MC's name was Eugene and told him that he heard from Thenis that his son insulted MC, and his father Cyan was caught off guard and was terrified by his father. MC calmly admits that he didn't hold any grudges. Gilead asked if it was because he won duel against his son. MC replied that the feeling would have been same even if he had lost. MC claims that if he would have been so weak that he couldn't even defend his own honor, then he must endure the shame. Gilead thinks that MC is better than his own son. Gilead calls Cyan, and Cyan terrifyingly gives his father his attention. Gilead calmly looks at Cyan and claims that he wasn't ashamed of his defeat, but was ashamed that he was gauging his response while being ashamed of his defeat. Cyan doesn't respond. He was terrified and ashamed, but doesn't hold any power to response. Gilead told Cyan that the duel began with his insult, and even after the defeat, he hasn't apologized. Cyan tries to speak, but Gilead cuts him off and told Cyan that he holds the name of Lionheart, and the Great Vermouth is his ancestor, and if he carries his blood, he need to learn not only to honor himself, but to honor his opponent too. Cyan looked at Eugene and apologized, but it doesn't look genuine. Eugene tells that it looks obvious that he was forcing himself. Gilead asks MC that if his father name is Gerhardt, and he's sorry that he doesn't know his father. MC replies that it was understandable, because his family is located in middle of nowhere. Gilead asks if MC learned from his father. MC replies that his father only taught his basics, but he learned the rest by himself. Black Beauty was shocked hearing that MC trained without anyone teaching him, and the Musclehead was shocked too that he defeated Cyan at that level. Gilead claims that the ceremony will be very entertaining to watch. While saying that, a large number of food was brought by the maids. The maids elegantly serves the food to all. The food looks like the food of kings prepared by the 5-star chef. Gilead tells that he hopes all the guests will enjoy their meal, and tells them to eat. The guest must be hungry. We saw the beauty of the main house shining brightly in the light of moon. After the meal, maids gather all the dirty dishes and take it away. The dining table was dead silent. Gilead gains the attention of the assignee and says that, as he said earlier, that the reason he prepared this opportunity that day to explain about the context of the blood continuation ceremony to all the children's gets serious. Gilead tells that it's strange that he is telling that, but the traditional methods of the ceremony are extremely discriminatory. The ceremony is designed for direct bloodline. The children of the collateral lineage are not even allowed to train with mana, and can't even train with real weapon too. It's impossible for the children of the collateral lineage to defeat the children of the direct bloodline if the duel happens, and tells that 3 of his children will participate. However, he wished to test the potential of not only his children, but want to test all the Lionheart children. The ceremony is meant to prove that they are descendant of Vermouth, regardless of their position. MC remembers Vermouth and thinks that his descendant are kinder than him. That's why for that ceremony, he had searched aid from outside, and the Blondie was there to help. The Blondie, with Smug, flicks his finger, and a magical map of dungeon appears, startling all the people. Blondie claims that they all will explore the maze he created. Blondie tells that all people will enter through different entrances and defeat the elite monster in the center, but they have to dodge all the traps and defeat any hindrance in their way. But all the events that happen there are illusion created by him. No matter what happens, it was not reality. It was all action-packed adventure. MC claims that the Blondie are really good at magic and thinks that's the power of the Tower Master.
If one of the contestants defeat the boss, the points will be distributed on the basis of their contribution. Fatty asks if it's fine if they don't manage to escape from the maze. Blondie agrees and tells that if they are scared, they can stay at the entrance, but they will not get any points. MC asks if they defeat the boss, what will they receive? Gilead smiles and replies that he will allow to take a single treasure from the family treasury. MC's eye sparkles with joy hearing that and tells that's awesome. MC, joyfully walking in the hallway, claims that he will win the ceremony regardless and wants to think about the item he will choose. But MC suddenly halts, seeing that the Musclehead and Black Beauty waiting for him. Those two were also staring at the MC menacingly.
We see Anacilia in a room thinking that the Red Tower Master could be invited to recruit Iode as a disciple. Iode was a bookworm than a fighter and was interested in magic and learnt a bit of it. She thinks if Iode was recruited, he would be far from house, and at that time, Scion and Seal could grow. For the blood continuation ceremony is a problem for her child, as the children of the second wife, they maintain their position because she confidently but to be defeated by a mere children of collateral lineage, and if Eugene break through the labyrinth first, if he does that and ends up humiliating the entirety of direct line, then Scion's defeat could be overshadowed. And after 3 days later, the blood continuation ceremony finally stated. The Blondie starts creating a magic and throws some magic towards the kids. Each children gets a magical ball. After all the children gets magical ball, Blondie tells that they will make weapon at first and tells everyone to mold the light while imagining it in their head. The children starts creating and molding weapon. Seal makes a one-handed light sword. Seal was astonished by the quality of the sword. She tries the sword by swinging here and there. She asks what will happen if the sword breaks. Blondie happily tells that since the sword and dungeon are made of magus, so the sword will never break. Ciel asks if she could make animal rather than a sword. Blondie tells that they could make doll or golem, but couldn't make them living. Iode asks why can't they make life? Blondie tells that it's a taboo of magic, because creation of life is a beautiful authority that only living creatures possesses. Iode was astonished by it. Musclehead makes a huge sword and tells that it is his favorite greatsword that he used back at the house, and it is real compared to back then it was created as imagined. Beauty tells him if anyone asks him. Beauty makes a long spear, as she has thought. Cyan makes a long sword, and Iode also makes a sword. All the other children also make sword, but Eugene makes a sword and shield. Ciel asks what will Eugene do if they meet in Labyrinth, and asks if he gonna fight her. Eugene asks the family head if they are allowed to fight. Family head tells them that they are allowed to because competition is the core of the bloodline ceremony. But in this ceremony, quick judgment and cooperation is important as well, and they are family that shares the Lionheart blood. After hearing family, Ciel looks at the MC, gives a cute smile. MC was feeling unpleasant because of the smile. Blondie asks if all the children have made their weapon, and asks them to put the magic on their neck, and tells them that his explanation is over, and asks them to enter the cave together. Although they are entering through the same gate, they will be led through different paths. All the children walks into the cave. Ciel tells MC to hang in, and MC tells her that too. Eugene enters the gate. We saw a foot entering the dungeon. It was MC's foot. Eugene remembers the day he used to enter dungeon with his companion, that he used to explore Labyrinth in his past life, until he was sick. MC looks at the ceiling, and thinks that the ceiling was blocked off. MC swings the sword, and the sword hits the wall. Walls on the both sides has constricted, and it will be difficult to use long-reach weapon in that area. MC thinks that it was the right choice to choose short sword and shield, and this combination can respond to the most situations. MC thinks since the labyrinth is made for children, the difficulty is obvious, and starts moving towards the dark labyrinth.
A bunch of slime with a grin jumped at a kid. The kid tried his best to kill them, but he was swarmed by slime and asks for help. Blondie appears at the place and teleport with the kid somewhere. A text tells that an hour have passed since the blood continuation ceremony. We see 3 kids have already failed. Family head just gives them a killer glance and tells them to rest. The kids just accepted the order. After giving order, the family head and Blondie starts looking at the children in the dungeon with magic. Family head was really interested in kids. We see the muscle head with a huge sword walking through the dungeon. Some goblins appear ahead of the musclehead. He charged at the goblins and attacked at them. Because of the sword being too long, it gets sucked at the dungeon wall. Goblin just laugh at the musclehead, but Musclehead uses his strength to destroy the wall and finish the goblins in one swing.
After that goblins disappears, seeing that the family head appreciates the strength of the musclehead, and because of that, he's not having too much trouble fighting monsters. After that, scene shifts to the beauty with the long spear. A bunch of slime appears ahead of her. She just dodges some slimes and kills some. Black Beauty thinks that killing the slime with sword is hard, so she will run away. At the same time, she sees an opening and she runs away too. Family Head appreciates her quick wit and her speed, and she's focusing on getting through the labyrinth and avoiding the combat as much as possible.
After that, the scene shifts to the Cyan. He was holding a thin sword, and he was given the map of the labyrinth before the ceremony started by his mother. He and his sister studied the map so they couldn't get troubled by the traps. Cyan simply picks up a stone and throws it towards the trap. Stone starts the trap, and a large number of arrows shoots out from the trap. Cyan rushes forward in the alleyway. Family Head appreciates the timidness of Cyan that lets him avoid traps. Scene shifts to Ciel, who was facing a goblin. Goblin attacks Ciel, but Ciel simply dodges all the attack and hit the goblin in its head, and the goblin simply disappears. Ciel happily moves forward from it and faces a dead end. Family Head appreciates Ciel's use of her instincts to move quickly, but sometimes she acts childish.
After that, scene shifts to Iode, who was facing a goblin. Goblin smirks at Iode. Iode was amazed by the use of magic to create a living creatures. Goblin attacks Iode. Seeing that Iode was startled, but parries all the attack and decapitated the goblin. And as always, Goblin disappears. Seeing that, Iode becomes happy. Blondie sees that Iode was interested in magic, and Family Head tells that the Iode have always been interested in magic. They invited a tutor from Capital, but Iode rejected to learn halfway. Blondie asks why. Family Head replies Iode's mother forced him to stop learning magic, because magic is not respected Vermouth's family. Blondie replies that he understands that magic have infinity possibility, but its path is hard one. Family Head tells that he wanted Iode to follow the path of arcane. Family Head wonders if Iode still have passion for magic or not, but he will not be able to refuse the opportunity to become the disciple of the Red Tower Master.
Blondie tells that he can't make any promises, and he will take for his acquaintance, but if his potential isn't good enough, he cannot make him his disciple. Family Head tells that he doesn't have any intention of forcing that. Family Head wishes that Iode should pursue his dreams instead of his own ancestor, Great Vermouth. Iode actually reverses the wise Sienna. Blondie tells that he agrees that as well. In the story of the hero, he prefers the story of wise Sienna, and tells that every time the party was in danger, she comes up with a new spell. Family Head tells that he had already read that story too while he was kid, but his favorite character was neither Vermouth nor Sienna. Blondie asks then who was the favorite hero he likes the best. Family Head tells that his favorite character was... But suddenly, Family Head was shocked and tells Blondie to look. Blondie asks what's wrong. We see that MC was slowly approaching a huge orc, and Family Head was pointing at MC. MC was standing in front of the orc. Orc cries out loud and raises his hand and attacks. MC simply blocks the orc's attack. After blocking the attack, MC vanishes and unleashes a huge number of slashes at the orc. Both Blondie and Family Head were shocked. Blondie, with an open eye, asked who that boy is. Family Head was completely amazed. Orc couldn't survive the attacks and fell. MC lands a heroic landing, and Family Head replies to Blondie that the boy was Blondie.
Just joking, just joking. Boy's name was Eugene Lionheart.
We see the dead body of the orc MC just aura farmed. As always, body disappeared. Family Head and Blondie both were just looking at the MC's takedown. Family Head thinks that MC is incredible for being able to defeat the troll at the age of 13 and with no experience of fighting with troll. and he just cleared the troll clean. Blondie tells the troll wasn't made to fight. It was made to trap the kids. Kids should evade it, and it was made bigger than normal. But MC simply killed it. Family Head tells that MC might be a kid, but he might be a natural talent. Blondie tells that what the kids type are called, they are called the genius. We see a big troll's hand approaching somebody. It was the Musclehead. He was shitting in his pants to stop the troll's attack. Because of the troll's attack, Musclehead was sent flying. Musclehead barely managed to stop himself. Troll just looks down at Musclehead. Musclehead was barely managing to stand. Musclehead cries out loud and charges at Troll, and Troll was also charging his punch. Musclehead dodges the troll's punch
and slashes at the leg of the troll because of the attack. Troll fell, spreading its chicks. Musclehead jumps on top of Troll and thrusts a big sword at the heart of the troll and starts wiggling the sword. Troll's life fades out of his body. Musclehead stands tall on top of the troll's body. Musclehead was panting because of the fight. Musclehead cries out loud because of the win, but suddenly the body vanishes. Musclehead was still recovering from the fight. Musclehead was proud that the sword cut through the muscle, and he had broken some of his ribs, and thinks that trolls are really strong. Musclehead was caught up in multiple traps, and even fought with Troll too. Musclehead also thinks if he was that hard, others will be really struggling. And then his strength gives up, and he fell. Cyan was also face to face with a troll too. Cyan was really shocked seeing a troll, and a semi-large monster being there. It wasn't meant to be defeated, so he simply throws a stone to distract.
Troll was distracted by the stone and looks at the direction of the stone, and Cyan passes through the blind spot of the troll. Cyan was really happy that he could simply ran away from the troll. While he was running, Ciel calls him Cyan. Cyan was shocked seeing his sister. Ciel was happy that they managed to meet even after not starting from same spot. Cyan tells that it means that they are close to the center of the maze. Cyan with a smirk tells that it's a good thing for Ciel. If she simply follows him, she wouldn't get lost. Ciel with a happy face raises her sword high and agrees with Cyan. Cyan thinks that he was humiliated in front of Ciel by MC, so that time was his chance to recover his reputation. Ciel calls Cyan. Cyan with a smirk tells that she could ask anything at that time. Ciel asks since the maze is illusion, so any monster could be there. Cyan replies that it was obvious, but Ciel replies with, there could be Dosed too.
Cyan freezes hearing that, but acts tough in front of his sister and asks her if she was afraid of the ghost and tells her not to be afraid of that, and no matter what shows up, his big brother will. But suddenly a bloody head peeks out of the corner. Cyan freaks out seeing that. Desaria and Cyan cries at each other's face. Cyan asks how dare Desaria to scare him. Desaria tells that he freaked out her first because he shouted all of a sudden. Cyan asks what's the blood in her face and bets that she was planning on surprise attacking after scaring him. Desaria replies the blood was because she got hurt by a trap. Desaria grits her teeth and tells that her first ambush failed. After that, all of them moves forward, but Cyan suddenly points forward. Ciel cries out that Desaria was running away. Cyan thinks that he made a fool of himself again because of her. Cyan tells that he will not forgive her and tells Ciel to follow him. Desaria was running away quickly and thinks that she will never win a 1v2 and thinks of Musclehead. Musclehead was lying lifeless at the floor. While running away, Desaria activates a trap by mistake. Desaria was shocked seeing a trap and hastily starts running away. She nearly misses the trap. Cyan sees that the floor caved in and the other side was too far and thinks to go around, but declines the idea because he cannot afford to become a bigger fool than he is now. Cyan thinks that he wanted to save something for the boss, but he has to use it that time, and uses his mana and rushes towards the hole and nearly makes it. After making it, he turns at Ciel and tells her to jump too, but Ciel was already in the air using mana and easily makes it. Cyan hesitatingly tells that he was expecting that of her. They again continues the chase and continues the game of cat and mouse. All of them makes it to the center of the maze and sees a big buffalo monster sitting quietly.
All of them were shocked seeing the boss monster. MC, still aura farming, asked the three why were they all together there. Cyan was shocked and asked MC what he was doing there. MC simply replies that he was waiting because he was curious who will arrive there first.
Cyan asked MC that he was aura farming to see who comes first, and CL also asked MC that first person to come at the center was MC. Desaria asked if they waiting for them despite reaching the center means that MC agreed to team up with her and Gargus. MC tells her that he just remembered that he had a talk like that, but he is yielding the spot for her. MC, still aura farming, tell that even if he fights the monster boss alone, he can quickly win, but if that happens, all of their struggle will go to vain. Cyan was angry hearing that. MC calmly tells that the boss doesn't seem to attack anyone until they enters a certain distance, so the monster boss was in standby. MC tells that they will be fighting the boss in the order they entered the center. First was Desaria, second was Cyan, and third was CL. Desaria was startled hearing that they are going to fight with the boss all alone. MC tells Desaria that she seems quite hurt from rolling around the labyrinth, so she can simply give up too. Desaria tells that she is not going to give up and bandages her head wound by wearing a makeshift headband and gets ready to fight the boss monster. Cyan asks if MC was not going to fight, and MC replies that he was going to fight at last. Cyan asks MC if he thinks his turn will come, he will be the one defeating the boss monster. MC replies Cyan that if he defeats the boss monster, he will call Cyan elder brother for the rest of his life. Cyan was startled hearing that and tells MC not to forget his words. After that, MC simply sits at the corner of the labyrinth and looks at the Minotaurus. It is a monster that cannot left out when speaking of the labyrinth. Cyan also thinks that Minotaurus was bigger than the troll that Cyan faced, but it was only big. Unlike Troll and Ogre, it isn't like Belligerent. It's the monster that he can hunt alone. We see the Minotaurus who was resting, but suddenly opens his eyes and stands up. It just towers in front of the Desaria. Cyan thinks that the boss could be hard for Desaria. Desaria just looks at the Minotaurus and thinks that the boss is huge and she has to take it out. But suddenly she locks in.
And thinks that she couldn't back down after coming that far. Desaria charges at the Minotaurus, but a huge hand shadow casts at Desaria. The boss hand slams at Desaria, but she dodges the attacks. She dodges a hell ton of attacks. Desaria attacks at the hand of the boss, but it doesn't even tickles. The hide was so tough, the spear doesn't even pierces. A huge hand approaches Desaria from the back. The boss grabs the Desaria. Desaria thinks that she is dead. The boss throws the Desaria. Desaria was sent flying by the boss. After the attack, MC struggles to stand up. CL asks MC why did the boss throw her away instead of attacking more. MC replies that the monster wasn't real, and the second the boss grabbed her, the victor was decided. Cyan stands up, telling that it's his turn, and cockily tells MC that it's his turn to show the difference between the direct lineage and the collateral lineage. MC simply smirks. Cyan tells MC a cocky bastard and thinks that if MC think he can't beat the little cow. Cyan charges his mana and tells MC to open his eye and watch closely. Cyan charges his mana to his sword too. Seeing the mana in his sword, Cyan smirks. Desaria tells that it was sword key and it can cut through anything, and also tells that they needs to train for 10 years to make that key. Desaria grits her teeth and tell if the gap between the main family and collateral family that big. MC tells that sword key at that age is not bad. Cyan tells that he cannot manage the sword key for too long, but it's enough to slash the boss monster apart. But suddenly, the key disappears from his sword. Cyan was startled seeing the key disappearing. MC remembers Family Head, telling that he wants to check the quality of all of the people who inherits the Lionheart name without discriminating between the collateral lineage and the direct lineage. The maze was made by the Blondie. He made the labyrinth so no one can use mana at the center of the labyrinth. Cyan was still astonished seeing the sword kai disappearing and not working, even though he have some mana left. MC tells Cyan if he thinks that he can come back. MC also tells that being beaten up for being stubborn was not good. Cyan thinks that he couldn't give up because his sister was looking at Cyan with puppy eyes. Cyan gets angry and tells MC if he thinks that he couldn't kill that shitty monster because he cannot use the sword kai, and starts charging towards the boss monster. The monster's giant hand approaches towards Cyan. Cyan dodges the attack and cuts the monster's hand and starts giving little cuts in the monster's hand. Cyan thinks that small cuts will not take down the monster, and he needs to dive into the legs to aim for the legs. After that, Cyan starts charging towards the Minotauria's leg. Cyan thinks that the plan works and keeps charging towards the monster's leg. But suddenly, the monster blocked the path by crushing his knee just ahead of him. Cyan was shocked seeing the monster blocking his attack by using his knee. Monster grabbed Cyan with his hand and threw the Cyan away. Cyan barely manages to stand on his legs. MC calmly tells Cyan that he lost too. Cyan grits his teeth hearing that. MC looks at CL and tells her that she is next. CL replies MC that she doesn't want to fight because she cannot even use sword key in the middle of the maze. MC was startled hearing that and thinks that CL is smarter than her brother. MC starts moving towards the sword and shield and picks up the sword and shield. CL asks MC if he thinks that he can win. MC replies that it wouldn't be possible for him to lose. Minotaurus still towers over the MC. MC with a smirk looks at the Minotaurus and thinks where should he starts from. Minotaurus tries to punch the MC. MC easily dodges the Minotaurus attack. While the attack was still in the ground, MC climbs onto the hand of Minotaurus. While MC was climbing, Minotaurus' hand approaches towards MC. MC easily dodges the Minotaurus hand. MC lands at the head of Minotaurus. Minotaurus was still trying to hit MC and again charges his hand to attack. MC still, as the fast ninja, dodges the attack, and Minotaurus hits himself in the face with his own hand. Minotaurus cries out loud because of the attack hitting his own face. MC lands at the shoulder of the monster. MC charges towards the monster with his sword.
MC unleashes a barrage of the attack on the Minotaurus. 3 of the kids were shocked seeing the MC's death dance. Desaria was shocked seeing that MC was directly aiming at the carotid artery. MC blocking his face with his shield and charges the sword towards Boss Monster. MC with dead precision attacks the Boss Monster's artery. Minotaurus cries out loud because its artery was cut. A lot of blood gushes out of the Minotaurus' neck. Minotaurus starts falling down and with a loud sound, fell finally. MC clears the blood out of his sword by swinging the sword up and down. MC, still cool as ever, asks if they see that or not. Cyan was speechless seeing the death dance of MC and couldn't reply anything. MC tells that he got the boss.
Cyan tells MC not to act big and tells MC that if he had sword key, he would have killed the boss easily. Cyan thinks that he would have killed the boss, but also thinks that he could have never done it as smoothly as MC. Cyan also thinks that the feeling that he is feeling is not a fear, but it was something else, and wonders what it is. Suddenly, MC's sword and shield starts to disappear. The boss monster body also starts fading. CL tells that the ceremony is over. Blondie and Family Head jumps up, and their screen also disappears. Family Head laughs and asks Blondie that isn't the child collateral lineage amazing? That he did all of that without training mana and could defeat the Minotaurus with such overwhelming power. Blondie agrees with that and thinks Minotaurus is hard to fight alone. That's why he emphasized working together in this ceremony. Blondie tells that he wanted the kids to work together and try out different method. That's why Blondie has designed the boss to be better than other Minotaurus. Blondie also tells that the MC easily surpassed all the traps and all the monster easily, and asks Family Head what was that child.
Family Head smirks and tells Blondie that ever since MC arrived there, he trained relentlessly. Family Head had sent some people at the MC's hometown, Gidal, and MC's persistency was also well known there. He also tells MC was born to fight and has a drive for combat to match his body. And the ceremony has done great just by the fact that he discovered a treasure like MC. Blondie asks Family Head if he is not disturbed and tells Family Head that the MC is greater than his child too, and keeps telling that with this strength already, how large of the difference MC will make by training his mana. Family Head happily replies that he will make the Lionheart name shine more and more. Blondie tells with a dark face and tells if that child want to become the next heir and becomes the new Lionheart family head. Family head was startled hearing that and tells that the Lionheart family head position belongs to the strongest Lionheart, and if his kids couldn't secure that position, that seat rightfully belongs to MC, and tells that if his kids are weak, they cannot defend the right they got since birth, then they are not worthy of leading the Lionhearts. Blondie sadly tells that he overstepped as an outsider. Blondie snaps his finger and makes the whole magical setup disappear, and tells that as the long acquaintance of his, he advises him to adopt it as his son. Family head was startled hearing the word adopt. If the collateral lineage family hears that MC destroyed the main family like that, collateral lineage could think that the main house has become weak. Something unfortunate could happen. Family head appreciates the offer and tells that the offer was attractive, but tells that he has to congratulate all the kids first. We see all the kids approaching the family head and Blondie.
All the children of the Lionheart family were lining in front of the family head. While looking at the children, family head looks at the Iode and gives the look that my father gives me. Iode was given that look because he couldn't even reach the center of the labyrinth because he was too much distracted by the magical monster and traps. But in the blood continuation ceremony, where you must prove yourself, being distracted from the goal by mere curiosity is not good. Compared to Iode, Scion and Seal were able to get past of all the traps and monster without any problem. Although they weren't able to defeat the Minotaurus, that could be covered by their lack of experience, and they could train to get better. Family head happily tells that everyone did well, and he saw all of them going through the labyrinth. Family head thought that the exam will be hard for them, but all of the kids did an excellent job. At last, family head calls Eugene and tells MC that he was the most outstanding of the 9 kids gathered there at the blood continuation ceremony. MC thanks the family head. Family head keeps up with the praises by telling him that the method MC uses to overcome the traps and monsters was impressive, and especially with the troll, where MC managed to defeat the troll without any minor injury. Musclehead was shocked hearing that and looks at the MC and thinks that he defeated the troll without any minor injury and thinks, how was MC able to defeat troll with the weakling body? Musclehead wonders what MC could do if he gets his family muscle growth medicine. MC will have a bigger and stronger body than the present. Blondie tells that he thought all the kids were wandering around the labyrinth for 2 days, but he thinks that he underestimated everyone. Blondie tells everyone that that was expected from the bloodline of Great Vermouth, and also thinks that just looking at the talented gems was enjoyable. Family head tells everyone to get some rest, and he also wants to hold a grand banquet, and tells that he couldn't prepare in advance because he didn't thought that kids will get out so quickly. Family head tells that they will rest that day and hold a banquet next day, and Loberian to take the kids and send them back. Loberian agrees with a smile, starts gathering the kids to send them back, but suddenly family head calls Eugene and tells that he will come with the family head. Ciel looks back and asks if the family head plans to give Cyan a present right now. Family head replies that there was no reason to postpone it, and it's better for him as well to get him early. Ciel, with a gloomy look, thinks of the underground vault. She had begged her father many times to take her there, but she was rejected, was never taken to that place even a single time, and keeps looking at the MC and family head Awagi who were going towards the vault at that time. The sun was setting, and the atmosphere changed a lot. We see the family head and the MC walking through the forest towards the vault. Family head breaks the silence by telling MC that he was good at using various weapons. MC replies that he was praising him too much. Family head replies that was not true. MC defeated the boss monster in the labyrinth using the sword and shield, and MC used spear while dueling against Cyan and Desaria. MC thinks that the family head already know about the duel with Desaria, and it was expecting of the family head. Family head tells that sword was the symbol of the Lionheart family, but their great ancestor, Great Vermouth, could wield all different kinds of weapon proficiently. He was so good at that, people called him a god of war and master of all. However, the Vermouth wasn't the only one who was good all the weapon. There was another person too who was good at all the weapon. Vermouth's comrade, Sir Hamel, was also good, only the second to Great Vermouth. MC, clearing his throat, tells that from the books he read, Hamill was given the title of stupid. Family Head, with a smile, tells that he has read the book too when he was young. But if Sir Hamill wasn't that troublesome, the story would have been very boring, and also tells MC that he likes Hamill more than the Sir Vermouth. Eugene was really shocked hearing that the Family Head's opinion. MC asks why. Family Head replies that rather than the godlike visage of Sir Vermouth, he likes the human qualities of the Sir Hamill, and tells the MC that it appears a lot in the storybooks as well.
Family Head tells that Sir Hamill felt inferiority against the Sir Vermouth, but never felt despair. Rather, didn't he try even harder to overcome his limits? And in the end, he sacrificed himself for his friends. MC tells that it's obvious. Those moral teachings would be magnified in a storybook like that. MC was really happy hearing that, and suddenly tells the Family Head that he also likes Sir Hamill and doesn't feel bad about it. Family Head was really happy hearing that. They reached at the underground vault. Family Head and MC enters the underground vault. They see the stair leading them underground.
Family Head and MC enters through the stairs. The stair was dead silent. Family Head tells MC that he is the first person to enter the vault who wasn't the Family Head. Eugene, hearing that, asks if he can really go. Family Head replies that he could because he promised to give the gift, and tells that he had already discussed with the Elder of the Senate. MC remembers the Senate. They are the old lion of the Lionheart family, including the past heads of the family, and from the collateral lineage too. MC asks Family Head about the treasure vault. Family Head tells that they have inheritances that have built over hundreds of years, and among those, they even have the inheritances of the Great Vermouth too. MC asks if they have Holy Sword too. Family Head accepts he do, but he won't be able to have it. MC thinks of the Holy Sword that symbolizes the Lionheart family too, so it cannot be owned by single person. MC was disappointed hearing that. Family Head replies that there is another reason. After Sir Vermouth, no one was acknowledged by the Holy Sword. MC wonders about acknowledgement. Family Head tells that he will know about it when he holds the sword himself.
They reached at the gate of the vault. Family Head bits his finger and drops it in the mouth of the golden lion. The gate starts rolling and stops after making the symbol of the Lionheart family. The gate slowly opens. Family Head asks MC to enter the vault and tells MC that he will wait for him in the gate because if he enters, MC will not be able to choose what he really likes, since MC will be concerned about what Family Head was thinking. MC thanks for Family Head's consideration. Eugene enters the vault. After entering the vault, MC stands still, but MC suddenly smirks menacingly. At first, MC decides to try out at the Holy Sword, which was dazzling at the center of the room, and stretches to try out for the Holy Sword.